Good afternoon and welcome to my channel. My name is Christina and I like to color, and yes, it's afternoon. Today I have done a tutorial on the little match girl, or little matchstick girl, whatever she is. I think she's a little match girl. Now my vision was he is pulling her and pulling the color out of her clothes and obviously her life. So she's got grey hair, her hand is turning grey, her clothes on this side are turning grey because he's pulling the clothes. I wanted to do her all one colour because it just looks silly having a rainbow of colours going in there. If you watch the video, you'll notice a couple of differences. I filled that in with black because that was annoying me, and I figured out that that was his arm. And I just went through and did some more shadows, so just the black and the indigo blue. And I put orange on that highlight that I did there. And I went through and did the yellow again just to bring it back. But yeah, that's it. And this is just a quick tutorial, and the page color along with me should be up tomorrow hopefully. So I hope you enjoy. Bye. First things first, I'm going to use yellow orange, and I'm going to put a glow around her because obviously she's got a light here, so she needs a bit of reflection on her. Make sure you sharpen it. You just want a really thin line. And I'm going to put a bit of yellowed orange on here as well, just because it's so close to the matchstick light, which I've got to be honest, that's a big glow for a matchstick. But who am I to question physics? I don't, because I don't like physics. If you tell me physics says it's right, I'll believe you because I don't want to know. And that's not putting physics down, that's just I don't understand it. Just thinking, I might put just a little bit in her hair here, a little bit there. And I should put some on her dress too, or her, I think it's, I don't know what it is. So I'm going to do her skin next, and I'm going to start with putty beige, just on a little bit here. Actually, I'm going to do black, just to get these finger thingies, whatever they're called, creases, I don't know. And then I'm going to do putty beige. Just because I want, so he's pulling this, so the colour is draining. It's only a little bit that he's got pulled, so I'm just going to do just a little bit there. I'm going to work on that, but I'm going to get started on the layers of the skin. So I'm going to use cream for the first layer. Don't push too hard. But you know that now. And this isn't the be-all, end-all for skin colours. There's so many different ways you can do it. This is just a quick way of getting a, you know, okay skin tone. Skin tone is very complex. And I coloured in her foot blue because I thought it was the snow. So don't do that. That's her foot there. I realised what I did. The blue doesn't want to come off, so she's got a cold foot. Cream, cream, cream. You have no idea how much angst this page has caused me. Anger, frustration. I think I almost shed a tear just because the way I see it in my brain isn't the way that it's turning out. And that's just life, I guess. So hopefully I can get her right. And don't forget her feet, because I just did. I think that little bit of blue looks fine there. Makes her feet look cold. And next up is beige. Remember, not too heavy, because you can't get many layers on these pages sometimes, and certain colours are worse than others, I've noticed. I think what colour was it? It's a yellow. It's not chartreuse, yellow chartreuse. It's a yellow. Anyway, and yeah, it's even if you do it really lightly, it's almost impossible to get any other layers on it. I guess it just depends what kind of skin tone you want. Like right now, she's looking a little bit liver damaged. So hopefully that will change in a minute with and you should colour in the direction of the skin or whatever it is that you're colouring, but it's just a little bit difficult. If I want you to see what I'm doing, I can't. I'm trying. Now she's not looking as jaundiced, we're going to go to the shadows and the creases and that. So I'm going to use light umber. I'm just going to go over these, I don't know what they're called, creases, fingers, I don't know. And you're just going to do it lightly, and I'm just doing lines like that. There's another crease there. just realised I forgot that bit. So I'm just going to go over that with the same sort of cream. The beige. The peach. And then the light umber. I'm going to get a little bit of dark umber because this is going to be a really dark shadow here and here and in here and usually there. And now I'm going to work my way back down all the way to cream. It's just easier to get things to blend if you go light to dark, dark to light with coloured pencil. Oops. I mean, it's not always the rule. You don't always have to go light to dark, dark to light, but as a general rule of thumb, that's probably the best way to do it. So now I'm going to go with my peach. And I'm going to give her, if I can find it, because it's tiny. This is Crimson Red. Just going to give her just a little bit of red there. And then I'm going to go over with the peach just to blend it. Now I really don't have a plan. I'm just trying to, I don't know, I don't have a plan. So if this works out, then yay. And if it doesn't, then boo-hoo. Depending on how this looks, I may stop at the peach. I may not go any further, and because if I add the beige and the cream, I'm going to make her look like she has liver disease again. And we don't want to do that. Well, maybe she does. Who knows what the little match girl has been getting up to. Those cold nights. Taking a few shots. You never know. And I'm going to get the putty beige again. I'm going to go over that with the blender. Just going to get 70% cool grey. And then I'm going to get my blender, my Caran d'Ache full blender. That's dirty. This just gets rid of all the scratchiness and blends it all together as per its name. I'm going to get black and just go over her eyes a little bit and her eyebrow. And this shadow in here is always pretty dark. And the shadow under the eye is usually pretty dark too. And the shadow in the ear and the nostril. And since I've lost these lines, I'm just going to put them back in. They're still there. And for now, I'm relatively happy. I can't say for how long I'll be happy, but for now, I'm relatively happy. Her hand is turning grey. Actually, I lied. It's not blended. So I'm going to go over her glow again with the yellowed orange because we lost some of it. Make sure you don't go over any of the black that you just did because you'll just turn it into a big smudge. You don't have to put this glow here if you don't want. I just thought it was appropriate because, well, she's got a big glowing candle flame thing. And now I'm going to start on her little shawl thingy. Now I'm going to do her shawl and her dress the same colour. So it's going to be a blue shawl and a blue dress. I know that's boring, but that's what I want to do. So I'm going to use cool greys. So I'm going to start with 10% cool grey because he's pulling it, so the colour is coming. So he's pulled a fair bit, so a lot of this is going to be grey. This is just how I see it. If you want to do it all one colour, then have at it. Have at it. This is just how I see it and how I wanted it, so yeah. Now why am I using cool grey? That's a good question because I've got the match there, so technically it should be warm grey, but it's a blue shawl. There's snow everywhere, so there's a bit of a conflict there, so I just decided I'd use cool grey because I wanted to. Now don't make it a straight line, you know, make it jagged so it's pulling different bits, different lengths. Then I'm going to get my 50% cool grey. Now, like I said before, I'll probably go over this with the 90% cool grey, but I don't like to start with the dark ones, just in case I mess it up. So I like to just build up, just so I have that option of getting rid of it if I want to, if you know what I mean. So now I'm relatively confident that I want it a fair bit darker. I'm going to go with the 90% cool grey, only for the these bits. The creases. And down here, in here, she's holding it. It's going to be in shadow. All of this is in shadow. And then I'm going to go to the 70% cool grey and just fill in some bits. Then I'm going to go sky blue light, my teeny tiny little sky blue light. And just for the base layer of this one, I'm going to do the sky blue. The smaller they get, the harder they are to hold, obviously. Now, I don't usually start with the colour that I want the main colour to be, so the mid-tone basically. I don't usually start with that. I usually start with the highlight, just so that I don't cover up everything that I want highlighted. Sorry, it's just very hard to tell what's what. A lot of lines on this one. And it's really hard to hold this pencil. So I'm going to use electric blue. This is a very blue page, which is fine because it's in the snow. And to start with, I'm just going to do the creases. I'm not bothering about all these stars and that because I'm going to put, I'm going to splatter acrylic paint on it later on, when I'm done, obviously. And this is the darkest blue that I'm going to go, indigo blue. I've drawn lines out to indicate that it's been sucked out. I'm just going to get black. And so now I'm going to get white and I'm going to drag these lines out. I'm going to get blue again, indigo blue. And then the white. Because I want it to be blurry because he's sucking it, so it's going to be blurry. I'm going to put the yellowed orange back on here. Just lost a little bit. And I'm going to do the exact same for the rest of this bit here. So I'm just going to get started. So 10% cool grey for the base on this side. I'm going to do about half of her clothes grey. I think that's her arm, but I'm making it part of the dress. And the sky blue light for this side. And because I've already done it here, I'm just going to go straight to the 90% cool grey to do these shadows. I know grey is a boring colour for a dress, but it's just, I had troubles trying to figure out how to do this, and then I realised that's kind of what I wanted to do. I wanted to have it losing its colour. So yeah. Which hopefully will turn out alright. You never know. I'm going to go straight to the indigo blue, actually. And now the white again. The indigo blue, I just want this bit darker. I might even add just a little bit of black. This one again, cloud blue. And 10% cool grey. So I'm just going to go through and touch up some things. So I've got white. And see how like flat it's looking? That's because we've lost our shadows. So I'm going to go through and put the shadows back in. See how it starts to come back to life when you add the shadows back in. And then you just want to blend them just a little bit. I forgot to get those shadows back. It's a constant battle between losing your shadows, putting them back in, losing your highlights, putting them back in. It's just a constant battle, and you just have to be aware that it's happening. Like I've lost my shadows up here too. And now to get back the blue shadows. And when you're trying to get back the shadows, probably helps to have a sharp pencil, even though this indigo blue doesn't stay sharp long. It's kind of like Tuscan red, doesn't stay sharp. There's just some colours that are just really shocking. Now I don't even know if I like this. That's the problem. It's taking me, it should have only taken me 1-2 days to do this one, but it's taken me like 2-3 days of just trying to plan it, because I don't know, I just couldn't figure it out. Just could not figure it out. I just don't have the, I don't know, the skills or whatever to do what my brain wanted me to do. I am 100% self-taught. I've never done any courses or anything like that. I just guess most of the time. And you learn along the way as you do, the mistakes you make, and I've made a few. But I know the biggest one is, don't lose your shadows. So it's almost winter here. What are we? The end of April. So what's that? 1 more month until winter, and it's still so hot. It's like 30 degrees, sweaty. The sun is a killer. I just went out for a quick walk because I can't stand sitting down for too long. And the sun, it's lunchtime, and the sun, oh my god. It was a killer. Even all the magpies. I walked past some bushes, and in the shadows I see magpies sitting under the bushes. Fair enough. And then I saw this really, really big black long hose-like thing, and I thought it was a snake. It was like 2 meters long. A nope rope. Nope. I'm not even quite sure what it was, and I don't want to know what it was. I think it was a hose. I hope it was a hose. I'm staying away from it. Whatever it was, it is none of my business. Keep doing what you're doing, sir. I'm gonna, if I can get a clean side, just do a quick like highlight down there. Not 100% happy with it. And I know it's blue on blue. I wasn't really planning that. I didn't really think about that. I usually do think, but I didn't this time. So tough. It's blue on blue. If you don't want to do blue, don't do blue. I just didn't want a whole heap of different colours down here being sucked up, because I did a quick example of that, a quick practice one of that, and it just looked like, I don't know, like a rainbow. It looks stupid to me. You may like it. I didn't like it. And it's supposed to be darker down here because this is coming directly from her, and then it gets lighter and lighter, and I've lost those shadows again. It is what it is. So I'm going to do her hair quickly. Her hair is the same concept, only a little bit's going to be grey. The rest is going to be blonde. So I've got my 10% cool grey. And I'm only going to do a little bit here grey. And then the rest I'm going to do blonde. So I've got my Polychromos cream. I just did my civic duty and posted my postal vote for the federal election. Yay me. Quite a few other people were posting too. I mean, why go in? Be with all those people. I'm not a people person. I'm not a crowd person. That's the word. I'm not a crowd person. I've always hated crowds, and I'll always go to the back of the crowd and get away from them. And ever since COVID happened, I'm like, COVID made it socially acceptable for people like me to not want to be near other people. It was great. We had stickers on the ground where you had to stand at the supermarket and didn't have people breathing down my neck. Still did, you know, but they actually had somebody that would go, hey, get on the sticker. A lot of people didn't like it. I'm going to say a lot of elderly people tend to stand as close as they can to you. I know it's a bit of a stereotype, but that's what I find anyway. And I just hate it when I can feel somebody's breath on my neck. I don't want to feel your breath. I don't want to feel my breath. I don't want to feel your breath, you know? What have I got? I've got 2 walnut browns. So I'm going to do walnut brown Polychromos. I'm not going to get really in depth with the hair. Just going to get the shades and that right. Hopefully, fingers crossed. You know what, if you mess it up, turn it black. It's always a solution. Try and erase it or turn it black. There's always a way out. Well, not always. Sometimes you just mess up so bad that that's it. It's stuck. Buy a new book. See, that's my problem. I don't want to mess up a book because when I flip through books, I get angry when I see the page that I messed up. And so if I mess up a book, my problem is I probably have to buy a new book if I ever want to colour in that book again. Because, well, that's just me. I don't like constantly staring at what I did wrong until I can fix it. And once I can fix it, I'm fine. But if I can't fix it, I don't want to see it. Australia, home of the loud birds. We have so many loud birds here, it's unbelievable. I don't think people will believe me. No, this is Van Dyke Brown. I'm going to go burnt ochre. I'm going to get the cream again. We're having a fight between the birds. Who's the loudest? I can tell you that that one there, the peewee, that one is loud. And for no reason. It just sits down, lands, and starts screaming. And then you've got the plovers. Oh my god, they're so loud. This is walnut brown. That's a peewee. Gonna go through and use the cream again, just to try and drag some out. I don't want this one too much dragged. I'm going to do the Van Dyke brown just to try and get a little bit to drag out. With my colourless blender. And I forgot to do this. So I'm going to start with 70% cool grey. And then 90% cool grey. I'm going to get black because I'm just missing just something here. I'm going to get this sky blue light, no, sky blue light? Yes, sky blue light. And just bring this up into here because there's nothing else I can really put in here. And so that is pretty much the basics of what I'll be doing with her. I know me, at night time I'll sit here and I'll go over the highlights and the shadows and that, so I will go over things, but that is her for now. I might actually put, because I've lost her glow again, so just put this back on her. A little bit there. So yeah, that's pretty much her almost done. I will just go over, like I said, during the night time I sit there and I stew and I fix things up, but I just mainly darken shadows and lighten things. So yeah, that is her pretty much done. The colours and the basics, and that I didn't know what else to do, and I will try and think of something different for that. Just for right now, that's what I've done. So yeah, I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you next time. Bye.